Mm-hmm. Hey, life coaches. For those of you who are trying to become a life coach, welcome. My name is Dr. AJ Austin. I am founder of the International Center for Life Coach Training, LLC, where I train Black women of faith to become certified life coaches online in one day. I do what I love. I absolutely love and adore what I do. And I am so glad you found me, whether you're watching live here with me on Facebook Live, or if you're watching the replay on my YouTube channel, maybe you're listening to the podcast. Hey girl, if you can see me, you see right now, I have a bit of a blue tongue. I just finished a Freezy from Taco Bell. They're my faves. I love a good slushy. So that's what I had with some really good pizza for my meal. And I feel like going live. So bear with me. Thankfully, my teeth aren't all blue. But here we are. Say hey when you come in the room. I cannot see you yet. My phone is super close to me. I have a new desk, y'all. I love my little setup. You cannot tell me I ain't no official professional businesswoman handling business from my new desk. So shouts out to Staples. We're having a sale and I was in the market for a desk. So it is about 2.5 sizes bigger than I was on. Maybe we'll do a desk tour at some point. But on today, I'm here to tell you about why life coaches fail. Most of them. Their first year in business. Y'all ready? If you're ready and you're here with me live, throw some emojis. Talk to me. Tell me you're ready while I find my notes, because I've been here writing notes for you guys. I have what I call my Christian coaching content calendar. Say that 3 times fast. And this is where I keep up with our topics. And when I brought out this topic today, I was like, I gotta do this as our very soon live. So here we are. Hello, Coach Michelle Green. How are you? Coach Michelle is one of our certified life coaches. Welcome. So tomorrow, if you didn't know, if you're new here, again, welcome. I am Dr. AJ Austin, officially a documentarian, a film producer, a director. I just wrapped up a project for Black History Month where I wrote, produced, acted in, and edited my own business profile documentary film. It's documentary style because it's a lot shorter than a traditional documentary, but it profiles my business, how I got started, how I used my journey of going from death and divorce, downsizing, dropping out of college, and dealing with homelessness to build the empire that you see before me that allows me to show up on platforms like this and talk about what it's like to be a Black woman Christian certified life coach who is now in the top 10% of industry income earners. What a blessing. Happy Women's History Month, y'all. Okay? Because that is women's history. Now, I wrote out these reasons. I'm going to break them down. You can ask questions. Even if we're no longer live, tag me, girl. We can talk. Because what I see with a lot of new coaches, unfortunately, even some that I've certified, and we have a growing roster of almost 200 certified life coaches worldwide that have global recognition. They can go anywhere in the world and coach. They know what they're doing. They've been trained by the best of the best, and that is moi. Okay? I have been a certified life coach since 2013. I got trained and certified, and then a few years later, I was invited to become a master life coach certification trainer. Launched my own brand in 2020, and 6 figures, hundreds of coaches later, here we are. So I'm excited because I get to work with you guys one-on-one, so I know what's currently going on in the industry. I know what I have witnessed coming up in this industry. I really feel like I have almost a generation of years under my belt, and to me, a generation is 10 years, so we're approaching that first generation. So I've seen my generation of coaches, and some of us made it, many fizzed out, and here is what I noticed why. Plus the next generation that I'm training and certifying, and those that they have an impact on as they're coaching clients, their community, their company cultures, and of course their churches, because we're Black Christian women certified life coaches. These are some of the things that I noticed. Y'all have squirrels that live in a tree outside my window, and every time I go live, they just stop and pause. I think they like to hear me talk. And yes, my windows are that thin, so they probably can hear me. But one just like pauses and wiggles his little tail and stares me in the eye. Like that's how close the tree is to my window. So anyway, we got a fan, okay? At least one. Typically, new coaches make less than $25,000 their first year in business. And it's all depending on these 10 things. Plus, I have a bonus. Again, if you're here, say hey, because I want to talk directly to you if you feel like I'm coming down your lane or if this is ringing a bell. We typically start out as new coaches in this lower range, which is considered low income here in the state of Georgia. If you make less than $1,300 a month in your business, you are considered poverty level, low income, below the state guidelines. And you, unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, because I know it helped me for some years, qualify for government assistance. But I knew that every time I went and re-upped on food stamps or re-upped on a subsidy or whatever community resource I was applying for at the time, I would keep track of how much I was making. Some of them would ask for proof of how much you're making as a new coach or a new entrepreneur. And I would always say, one day, this is not going to be my reality. So I set $25,000 as my goal that I had to achieve. And child, when I hit $25,001, you couldn't tell me nothing, okay? Because I was officially out of poverty. I officially, quote unquote, made too much for government assistance. But again, unfortunately, some people still stay at that rank or below as a coach because number one, it depends on how many clients you're coaching. So yeah, it feels good to, put yourself out there that you're a coach or maybe do some lives or maybe hop in some networking events and tell people that you're a coach. But the reality is the number one thing that's going to come up is, well, how many clients are you coaching? And not just coaching, but you have to decipher, are you coaching for practice to re-up on your skill? Because I know a lot of our new coaches, they start out practicing. By the time you graduate my certification, you know your skill, you have the script, you have the examples and scenarios of coaching expertise. You've seen coaching on an expert level. You've coached, you've been coached, you have access to coaches. Like there's no excuse for why you're not out coaching. But not only number one, how many clients you're coaching, but number two, how many you're coaching part-time and or full-time. So you got to know how often you have coaching clients on your calendar. Is this a weekly client? Is it an every other week client? Is it a monthly client? Like I'm in a coaching program right now that's quote unquote 12 weeks, but it's really not. It says 12 weeks on the calendar, but we really only have 6 meetings out of those 12 weeks. So that means we're coaching every other week within a 12-week period. We just happen to have set our deadline for 12 weeks. So that would mean that I'm in a part-time coaching relationship with this program that I'm in. However, it looks like it's more, but it's not. But what I love that they did with this program was give us so many resources that we're overwhelmed. We're not worried about, this week we don't have a coaching call. No, but you do have a meeting with your mentor. You do have other resources to go and indulge yourself in and help yourself with your business. So that becomes like a full-time relationship when you're accessing other resources. So I ask you coaches, hello, Tina Redding, how are you? Number one, how many clients you're coaching? That's going to depend on whether you stay at that 25,000 or soar, whether you sink below the poverty line and give up and be one of the statistics that fail within the first year, or you do like me, you set your goal and you say, God, I know that it's not always going to be like this. So tip number one, how many clients you're coaching. That's going to depend on whether you fail or not. How many hours are you coaching? Is it part-time? Is it full-time? How often are you coaching throughout the week? Even if it's the same coaching client. Again, how often are you meeting with that client or a series of clients? Number 3 on our list of 10 things that usually mean a coach is going to fail or not is who you're coaching. So when you're first starting out, you probably are willing to coach any and everybody who will sit and talk to you, right? You're probably, quote unquote, trying to help everybody. You may even not know who you eventually want to choose as your niche, or you may want to stay a generalist as a coach and say, I can help in all areas of life. And in my training, we teach about 8 to 10 areas that you can coach around, from relationships, financing, personal, professional. It's so many areas that you can tap into. And some people like to serve in all those areas. That's fine. But you have to ask yourself, who am I coaching? Because even in all the areas of life coaching, what's the age range? Is it teens? A lot of our coaches work in the youth services, they work in counseling, they work in social work. They're clinicians, they're therapists. They also hold high titles in the church, like pastor, reverend, deacon, bishop, first ladies. These are Black women Christian coaches. They're certified and they're equipped to serve in any area, but many choose a specialization so that, of course, you can charge more as a specialist, right? But even if you, again, stay a generalist as a certified life coach, what is the age range of your clients? Are you teen, preteen, young adult, midlife, seniors? Who do you serve? So I know for the ladies who go through my one-day Black woman Christian certified life coach training, they are typically in their mid to late 40s, like me. I'm in my early 40s, but don't tell nobody. And they go all the way to mid 60s. So I serve two and a half generations of coaches. And so I know who my target audience is. And that also makes a difference with how I deliver my coaching, because the later in life we get, the less technology we want to deal with. So my clients are like, give me something super simple. How can I just go click a button and make it work, make you talk to me and train me? And that's how simple and simplified I keep my training, because I don't like a lot of tech either. I like to play around with stuff and see how stuff works, but I love making technology easy for my clients to access me and the materials that I personally designed for them based on their age. Also, you have to consider who you're coaching as far as demographics. Are they a certain race? Are they a certain gender? Like for me specifically, I work with Black Christian women. My women are also high school graduates. Many are college level graduates. Many have master's degree. We have some doctors. We have a judge. We have high positions. I mentioned pastors and leaders of bigger organizations, nonprofit leaders, community leaders. These are A-type personalities. We're smart, we're certified, we have degrees, we have letters and credentials behind our name. And life coach certification comes and seals the deal, if you will. It gives us even greater permission to go out and serve in the earth as we see ourselves, helping to promote the kingdom of God. And we just happen to do that through coaching. And so who are you coaching? What are the specifics of the people that you're serving, right? I see this is good to somebody. I see some love. Thank you, girl. So let's recap. 10 reasons most new life coaches fail within their first year. And I see this with a lot of new coaches. My computer's trying to do something crazy. I can't let it close because it's holding my ring light hostage here. But new coaches typically make less than $25,000 their first year in business. I'm looking at my notes, y'all. If you see me glancing off camera, if you're late here, welcome. Where you been? Hey, girl. But yeah, within that first year, new coaches typically make less than $25,000 in their business, but you can also do like I did in the beginning and use it as a goal to get out of poverty. Considering these things, number one, how many clients you're coaching. How many are you coaching? If you're live here with me, put how many clients you really, really believe, or maybe you even prophesying and manifesting that you're coaching on either a part-time or full-time basis. Now, usually 8 to 10, maybe 8 to 15-ish within a few weeks' time can get overwhelming. And that's when you start looking into, again, how am I delivering my services? But we're going to get into that. So put it in the comments. Talk to me. How many coaching clients are you currently serving, or how many do you see yourself serving when you become a newly certified Black woman Christian life coach, right? Okay, because I got a surprise for you guys at the end with some of our bonuses. So stay tuned. Make sure you're listening up. We got a lot of fun stuff coming up. The second thing on our list of 10 is how many hours you're coaching, part-time, full-time, how many hours you're really coaching throughout the week. So even if you serve 8 to 10 clients a week, are these 30-minute sessions, hour sessions? Are you going over your time? Usually, and I'm going to speak for my coaches, almost 200, okay? If you have not been professionally trained, if you are not a credentialed, certified coach, then you probably are going over your coaching time. Even as a new coach, newly certified, you tend to go over your time because you over-deliver. You're not yet confident in your skills, but when you come get certified with me, we give you a layout for how your sessions flow. There is a flow to a really good expert level life coaching session. But you won't know that if you haven't trained with me. I'm going to just speak for me and my crew, okay? So, number 3 on our list is who you're coaching. This is based on their demographics, like their age, their gender, maybe their education level, maybe even how much money they're making, how they like to learn, how you know you can deliver the services, etc. And then number 4, how much are you charging per session? Now, if you're really bold, I'll give you bonus points and some virtual love. That's sugar. We call that sugar here in the South. I'll give you some virtual sugar if you're bold enough to put how much you're charging per session. Don't put no long explanation. Don't put your website link. Don't put who you're looking for, how to find you. People will find you if they need you, poo-poo. You just got to lead them right, okay? So I'm leading you to be honest. I've been waiting on y'all to post. Anybody saying this, y'all must be manifesting becoming future Black women Christian certified life coaches with me soon. That's what I'm assuming. Because I'm waiting to see how many coaching clients you're coaching. I'm waiting to see if you're bold enough to tell me how often you're really coaching throughout a week's timeline, full-time, part-time. And then what you're charging per session, because this is going to determine how much you got to quote-unquote hustle. And if you find yourself hustling, child, you're doing it wrong. Just saying that makes me want to take a nap. Because if I got to hustle, that means you in everybody's inbox, spamming, sending links and telling them to go here. And you're basically lying or deceiving people to get them to try to do what you want them to do so that you can get their money. But I just got off of a couple training videos from a lawyer that I will be learning from more, showing how that's wrong, y'all. I mean, we know it ethically as Christians. We also have a Christian coaching code of conduct, all those C's, that tells you, no, we're going to do this thing right here, okay? Because we got a higher power to answer to. We know whose we are and who we are, right? So we're going to do things right. And you can't really do things right when you're trying to hustle, because that leads to trying to hustle people out of their money. I'm going to take a little sip of drink on this one. All right. Number 5 on our list of 10, whether you fail or succeed as a coach is going to depend on how often you're marketing and telling people that you are a coach and that you charge. So remember I said, you can go, hello, Coach Brenda. How are you? One of our newest certified life coaches. So depending on how often you're marketing, meaning you're telling people that you're a coach, you're telling them what kind of coach, you're telling them what kind of results you can deliver. You're also telling them that you charge. This ain't free. Because when people ask me what I do, and I say I'm a life coach, and if they want to know more, I tell them more about how I train coaches. But as soon as they hear coach, they instantly assume counselor, or they say, oh, well, I need a life coach. And I just cringe like, ooh, because I don't take private clients. So that means we need to talk a little bit more. Let me market to you, sis. And by the time we finish, they say, oh, so you don't take private clients, but you train coaches. I know a lady who you should connect with. Y'all would make a great bump. And then it turns into, that's marketing, because now other people are going to go out and tell about what you do as a coach. But you have to know how to tell people, I'm a coach. This is who I serve. This is how I serve. And this is what I charge. Marketing. It's not about spamming people or guilting your family into being a client, child. Most of us will never, ever work with our family members. And you have to be okay with that. You really need to be okay with that. Because as coaches, you want to get as creative as you would like. You want to fly free. You want to run your business how you want to. You don't want, I know I don't. Let me speak for me, because I don't know y'all's situationship, but tell me if I'm ringing true in your household too. Anytime you have people who knew you when, knew you back then, knew you as little so-and-so, so-and-so's daughter. I'm speaking from experience. Knew you as cousin so-and-so, or sister so-and-so, or auntie so-and-so. You don't want them literally in your business telling you what they remembered when you was 2. Because how is that helping promote your business at 42? You don't want them speaking what goes on behind closed doors back in the day and why, whatever. You want people who are open to your skill as a coach, They trust your life experience. Forget about your age. Forget about what Cud and them did to you back in the day. They want you and your truth. So you want to work with people who have an open mind and an open heart to receive this newfound skill. And oftentimes, y'all, especially in the Black community, Black families, it is really hard for our older aunts, uncles, cousins, brothers, sisters, whoever, to respect us as this newly credentialed life coach with our own business, who they're going to give their business to and then go out and promote to the end of the earth, okay? I met very few in my years. I told y'all I have almost a decade under my belt as a certified life coach. I don't know a lot of people that can work with their family members. And it's not a bad thing. What you want to do is partner with and skill and equip yourself with a plethora of resources that you can recommend your family to. That way, when your family sees your clients bragging on you and they have also experienced coaching from someone you recommended them to, they can say, okay, yeah, my cousin know what she's doing. I literally had a friend of mine yesterday that said that. She said, I watched you on one of your lives. You were talking so good. And I was like, she really does know her stuff. And I was offended because I went to college with this girl. I was like, what do you mean? I've been smart. What do you mean? It took a Facebook Live for you to know. But it also spoke volumes to the work that I put out. But me and this friend have never coached together and probably never will. But this friend also knows, my skill as a human, as a friend, as an empath, as a listener, as a healer, as a Christian. She spoke on my documentary yesterday. Well, she watched it and she gave me some feedback. And she's like, where's the laughter? Where's the jokey joke? Where's the personality that I get to see? And I'm like, child, everybody don't need to see that, So see, family, like, what my cousin Andrieka, that's what they call me at home, y'all. They want the fun, playful. And I'm like, I can't be like that all the time, y'all. And then when you get in my world, as my coaches can tell you, Coach Brenda's on here, she knows. Then we get on Zoom and we act a fool like we're going to do tomorrow when we're doing a preview of my documentary that has officially been complete as of this time last week. We're going to have some fun on camera, on recording tomorrow, watching this film and chatting it up. But in the business world, you usually don't end up doing business with family, and you got to be okay with that. It's when you write your first documentary. It's when you make it to the Oprah Winfrey Show or the Steve Harvey Show, or when you write your first book, or when you get your first reward, or when you make your first 6 figures. Your family's like, yeah, that's my cousin, because that's, her mama and my mama or sister. That's when family shows up and support. Now, I have a couple family members. They have supported. When I do share stuff on social media, they'll share it on their page. They're in my inbox telling me how proud they are. They're in my inbox saying how proud my mama would be if she was here. So we get support from family other ways. You can't look at them to become your coaching clients, and you got to be okay with that. Your job is to show up and to coach, especially as you've been certified to do if you've been certified. If not, child, hang on. I got something for you, okay? So, how many clients you're coaching, how many hours you're coaching, whether it's part-time or full-time, how often you're coaching through the week, who you're coaching, how much you're charging per session, how often you're marketing and telling people that you're a coach and that you charge. And then number 6 on our list is how often you're making an offer to buy. Notice I keep telling y'all to hang around because I got something for you. Now, my offers to buy usually start with something like this. I'm here giving you value. I know it's valuable because you're here. I see the numbers going up and down. I have seen the, I'm talking loud because my neighbors are talking loud. Let me listen. I think they're arguing. They right by my window. Y'all hear them? Ear hustling. Hold on. Okay. Because I'm the neighbor that calls the police. So Miss Pearl gonna be out in a minute. That's me. I sit in the window or near the window and hear everything. So if they don't calm down, I'm gonna wrap this up and I'm gonna let Georgia's finest come and handle, because I live in peace in the name of Jesus. I might have to get some anointing oil out. Okay, here we go. They wait till I get on Facebook Live. The squirrels and the neighbors just lose it when I go live, y'all. So my offers usually start with giving value. I know this is valuable because you guys are here. I see the numbers going up and down. I see the love. I see the replays when you come and watch them. I see the numbers on our podcast. I see the views on YouTube. Yeah, I know y'all listening. Just like I'm listening to the neighbors. Like, they arguing about. Y'all be listening, right? Okay. So you gotta have an offer to buy though. So mine starts with this giving value and then giving you the opportunity to walk in my world. So if you're one of our coaches, you've already been certified, you've invested in training with me, you have access to a plethora of resources. We've laughed and talked together. We will continue to learn together. You will get a chance to continue in my world, meeting my coaches on the next level. It's always an opportunity to buy, to invest, and I make those gradually as I show value. And that's how you should do, building the trust with the people. Y'all like me because I'm silly, just like what just happened. I'm open. Y'all may even be like my college friend who's like, I want to see you laugh and act funny every time I see you. And I'm like, I can't be like that on camera. These people got to know I'm professional sometimes, you know. But here we are. So make sure you're making an offer to buy, because if you don't often make an offer for people to pay you, how can you expect to succeed as a coach? How can you expect to exceed expectations? You have to have those expectations set up. So number 7 on our list is if or when life gets in the way, you don't let it stop you. Everything from your family, your work, your health, these things are going to happen. If you're anything like me, maybe you have your business centered around your health and your wellness. Y'all see me here on camera. I'm literally drinking organic adult extra light from CVS. I go and get this faithfully. It's like Pedialyte but for adults. Because I'm like, well, if babies need it, I need it too. Let me treat myself like we treat our children. I'm talking about, I ain't got no kids. But still, I know that y'all make sure y'all babies got the finest juice and water and wipes and lotion and bath stuff. Well, me too. I'm somebody's baby. I came here organically as well. So let me keep taking care of myself. So I believe in naps. I believe in chiropractor visits. I go get my eyebrows done, my toes done, my nails done, massages, facials, reflexology, sauna, all of that, because it's about health and wellness. But that also means that there are times leading up to me needing those visits. You know, things do come up, like people in my family die. Yours too. We all leave this earth the same way. I feel like I just go to a lot more funerals than the common average coach. And I'm tatted, y'all. But I say that because that's life. That's family. Some of you have kids and, you know, their schoolwork and after school activities or homeschooling. Your life may be centered around your family. You have work stuff. Maybe you're doing coaching on the weekends or after working hours from your corporate job, or maybe you're trying to eventually venture out on your own into coaching from part-time to full-time, or just dabble and get your feet wet occasionally, maybe on holidays. And then maybe you're like me with the health. Sometimes my back goes out. I'm sitting here by the grace of God because she did good all day today. So we have to keep that in mind. Family life, work life, our health and our wellness, but also when life, quote unquote, gets in the way, you should have resources like recorded Facebook Lives, like recorded podcast episodes, like recorded YouTube episodes. Or if you're like Coach Brenda, you know that all of these are the same thing for me and they're all on my YouTube channel, okay? We just do what's called repurposing. That's what you do when life gets in the way. You share a link to something that you previously recorded, or you reach out the easiest way you know how that doesn't require a lot of you, because your presence has to be elsewhere when life comes up. So don't let it hold you back, because that's going to determine your success or failure. If you feel like, you know, you've fallen off, like for me, I haven't been on my regular neighborly walk outside in about 90 days. But I did buy me an in-home elliptical that I sit in. You know, I'll talk to y'all on Facebook or I'll type and watch TV or whatever as I'm pedaling, and I'm still getting my steps, staying active. So I decided today I'm not going to beat myself up about not going outside to play. It just got nice here in Georgia with the weather. Now I'm ready to go play. I just came back in. I had a great pizza meal. I definitely need to go walk it off, but I'm not going to hold that against myself, that I got off my regular schedule of going outside and walking. So that's a part of my whole life getting in the way. Get back on track. Decide what that looks like for you now in this season. Maybe you falling off with your family, your work, your health, your coaching business. Get back on track. I'm here to say welcome back. I'm here after taking about a couple weeks off to film my documentary for my business, which I'll be showing to our coaches tomorrow. So excited. And that took a lot out of me, and it took me away from my business. And now I'm back. So welcome back, Andrieka J. Austin, Dr. Andrieka J. Austin. I welcome to myself, but let me give myself a pat on the back. Welcome back, girl. You did a great job on that documentary film. So now we're moving on to the next thing, because that's what you have to do. You have to give yourself permission to come back, even if life has gotten in the way, and welcome yourself back, girl. Hey. Number 8 on our list, how your coaching is going to determine your success or your failure within your first year or few years as a coach. What I mean by that is how you're delivering your coaching. Are you coaching one-on-one, where for 30 minutes up to 2 hours, it's all about you and your client? That's it. There's no one else in the room, and you're just focused on coaching them as a certified life coach. Or have you outgrown that model like me? Or maybe you came in a training saying, I don't want to work one-on-one. Now, I did test out all the models, so that's why I can speak from experience. I love group coaching, particularly in settings like this, where I can talk to more than one person, and it's on record, which means it's on repeat or rewind, as we used to say back in the other century. And you can go back and you can re-listen again and again. Or as one of our coaches said, Dr. AJ, I love rewinding you and hear you tell me what you just told me. The same thing over and over again. So that gets into group coaching. It's where you're serving more than one person at a time. You're saying things one time and everybody's getting what they need from it. And it's all these different perspectives, but everybody gets to where they need to be. So you got one-on-one, you got group, you got passive coaching, or what we call passive profits, where again, it's platforms like this where you go, you give value, you record content that you know going to bless your people and help them get out of it what they need. Some of them may need to come back and listen to the replay later, like I know many of you will, because you can't stay the whole time. Y'all ain't seen me in a while, so you definitely ain't used to hanging out for more than a few minutes with me, but you know the replay is going to be there. That's a passive product. That means I'm going to be napping somewhere soon, and you're going to be watching this replay. Hey, girl, thanks for watching. If you made it this far, I'm talking about you. So that's a passive product. So our books and courses, maybe you have an audio video course like me, or a plethora of courses where you can take one aspect of what you coach around, create a product that is coaching your clients through, and let them get those same results. And you only had to show up that one time to record that product, and you're getting paid, as Mr. Wonderful on Shark Tank says, in perpetuity. That means forever and ever and ever on a continual basis. You can maybe go in and update your products from time to time. And then number 9, your confidence in your coaching skills and in your training is going to depend on your success or failure as a new coach within your first year. I have met so many coaches who have gone out in these internet streets, invested $27 and $47, maybe $147 in a quote unquote life coach training program, but they are not confident in the information they learned. They don't believe in the skills that they've gained, or they feel like there's a gap in the information. They tell me something is still missing, Dr. AJ. I really did not feel like I got everything I needed. I know there is more. It seems like your program covers a whole lot more. Can you tell me about what you do? I've had hundreds of these types of conversations where new coaches are not confident in their coaching skills or in their training. And if I'm talking to you, it's okay, boo. Welcome. You're in the right place. Because I have been coaching and teaching and training almost a decade, girl. Hey, uniquely me. And I know what it's like to get into some of these classes and it's filled with information that you could have found on Google. And you're like, why did I pay for this? And you really weren't confident in that training anyway, because you know it was low cost. And again, you're like, why did I pay for this? And you know that even the way that you learn is more hands-on. You need a community of support. You need someone to go to ask questions. You need that accountability piece of someone in your inbox, or as Coach Brenda describes, in your face, coming to your house saying, hey girl, how's training going? What questions do you have, right? And so you need more confidence in your skills. And that comes with a quality life coach certification and training process. Not just signing up for something because it's cheap, or even because it's quick, or even because it looks trendy or the thing to do, because there are a lot of pop-up trainings or fly-by-night training companies that you're not going to be able to find online again. We had one of our coaches do that. She was trying to find, she had been through training twice. She came through the training with me the second time, and she was trying to go back and remember who gave her first training. And she's like, Dr. AJ, I can't even find him online no more. So you have no way of really knowing who's going to be here tomorrow, but you can kind of tell with the prices. You can kind of tell with their client results. You can kind of tell if it's a trend or not. And I've seen a lot of trends. And so that leaves a lot of people who have made these fly-by-night quick investments. It's left them feeling less confident in their skills as a coach. So they come get recertified, or what we call dual certification. And they get trained again, and they say, now I know for sure what you just taught me was not in that first training. I know for sure they didn't cover this. I know for sure. And they point out everything that they love about coming to train with me and being in our community of coaches, and that continued support and accountability. Because one thing Coach Brenda lets us know on our recent podcast episode we recorded the other day is that I do not leave you out there to fail. It ain't about let me take your money and run. Where am I go? To sleep. I will wake up and be back on live. You will see me somewhere online. It's about your success. And so I love that how she put it was, my failure was not an option for you, Dr. AJ. And that was so beautifully said to me, because that's exactly how I feel about my coaches, because I want you to have the confidence to build your coaching skills. I want you to get out there, coach, and make money. Do what we've talked about. Learn how many clients you're able to coach, how often you're able to coach them throughout a week's time. Learn who you're supposed to be coaching and how much you're charging per session, and you're putting it out there, marketing yourself, telling people how much you charge, that you are a coach, and you're giving them the opportunity to buy because you're making an offer. Even when life gets in the way, you have things set up to serve your clients. And then you're coaching in a way that becomes so easy for you. If one-on-one is easy, great. If group works, even better. Passively, top tier, okay? Combining those, even much more of a brilliant idea. You got books and courses and podcasts and videos and audios. Congratulations, you're making it even closer to the top. And then you're increasing your confidence in your skills as a coach by getting the continuing education. Maybe it does take a recertification in a new training. Welcome. Come on in, join us. We would love to have you if you're the right fit for our program, and vice versa. And then number 10 on our list of 10 reasons most life coaches fail within their first year is because they are not committed to their growth, to themselves, and to their business. You have to be committed to personal development and professional development. Life coach certification, regardless of who you train with, is your foundation. It is what you need to stand on, to go out and speak, to go out and teach, to go out and coach, to go out and train, to go out and write your first book, host your first podcast, host your first webinar, host your first workshop, host your first masterclass, do some joint ventures, do a documentary film like I did. It's the foundation that you stand on, knowing that you have at least the basics covered. And so as a bonus, I wanted to share this. I'm trying to read my handwriting. It's really tiny and a little bit far from me, even with glasses on, but I'm trying, y'all. So as a bonus, how often you're getting paid, meaning the payments that are coming in and clearing, you got to throw that part in there, consistently from your coaching clients is a big deal maker or deal breaker as a coach. So it's one thing to say, yes, I'm a coach. Here's what I coach around. I'm accepting clients. Here's how much I charge per client. here's how to pay me, here's where to pay me, and that person goes to pay. But do those types of payments keep coming through for you consistently, weekly, daily, monthly? How is that set up? Because that's going to determine whether or not you cross that 25K threshold as a new life coach, which is where most new life coaches start in their first year in business. Most, about 70%, never make it over that 25K mark. And then making sure that you're investing in, it doesn't always have to be financial investments. Your most precious investment is going to be mental. It's going to be your time. Because even with mental investments and time investments, you're going to find the financial resources to invest. So your attention span, blocking out time on your calendar to do things like read books, read blogs, listen to podcasts, watch videos, attend coaching programs, attend trainings and events and seminars and workshops and webinars, and learning consistently. That's where most of your mental bandwidth as a newly certified life coach is going to go. And that's your biggest investment. Because once you expand your brain, your bandwidth, your mindset, money will follow when you can invest at higher levels financially and even time-wise. You learn how to flip it and reverse it, as Missy Elliott would say, okay? So you got to make sure that you're continuing to learn about things like marketing, sales, making offers, developing your programs, writing your first books as a coach, creating masterminds and mentorships, but also being a part of other people's sales processes, marketing processes, going through their funnels, going through their program that they've developed, seeing how they wrote their first book, joining their masterminds and mentorship programs. So as a quick recap, 10 reasons that most new coaches fail within their first year and never make it over that 25K mark is all about you telling people you're a coach, you coaching the right people, the right amount of clients, charging the right amount, knowing that you are here to put yourself out there and letting people know you have an offer, giving them the opportunity to buy from you, whether it's one-on-one or in a group setting. Even when life gets in the way, you have things set up because you have increased your confidence and your skills as a coach by continuing to invest in yourself personally and in your business professionally, learning from other people. And so that's what we're doing over at futureblackLifeCoaches.com. www.futureblackLifeCoaches.com is the place to be. My own little neck of the woods in the hood here on the internets. And we are a group of future Black women Christian certified life coaches. We have a 5-day challenge training coming up soon. You want to be in the place because as a free feature, which is soon to be paid, I'm showing the documentary that I spent all Black History Month working on in under 24 hours using only my camera phone and an app, okay? So me, my tripod, my ring light, and my camera phone for the last 20 plus days have been hustling, y'all. We are officially part of Hollywood here in Atlanta. And I am officially a producer, director, actor, filmmaker, okay? And I am doing a live in-person premiere coming up soon in partnership with 2 other organizations here in Atlanta. And I'm doing it virtually online first. And as a token of my love, of my gratitude and appreciation, if you've made it this far in the training, if you're a part of our crew over at futurebblacklifecoaches.com, when you come train and certify with me as a Black woman Christian life coach in our 1-day Black woman Christian life coach certification training, you get access to my whole process for creating this film behind the scenes. I have what's now called a portfolio. Let's see, I had it printed for y'all recently. It's here. It is about 21 pages of my notes, my ideas, my thought processes. I worked with a film coach, and everything from how I wrote my story to the angles of the camera, if you will. All of it is mapped out in this portfolio. You'll get to see the documentary. I've shared the movie trailer on my Facebook page so many times. As they say on TikTok, prepare to be sick of me. Because y'all gonna see this thing. I work hard. I'm a totally different person as a result of this last month. I will always remember Black History Month 2022. Do you hear me? This was the hardest learning experience I've ever had in my life, and it only made me better, y'all. So I'm here to share with you guys how I went from script to screen, as they say in the industry. I'm part of the industry now. You can't tell me I ain't a member of some society that's part of Hollywood filmmaking. My name is now written, okay, somewhere online. So, and I did it all myself, you guys. I am the producer, the editor, the director, the actor. Oh, child, all of the things. But I learned a lot, and I'm bringing that lot that I learned to you and teaching you how, if your next level is in film or television, definitely getting your message out bigger and bolder on screen, even if it's a Facebook Live. Child, this plus another course that I'm taking that is specifically teaching Black women in business how to pitch their businesses. Y'all gonna be real blessed because I'm throwing all this knowledge in my life coach certification training free of charge as part of the course. And as a side note, the training for my certification price will be increasing. As they say, when you get that first celebrity deal, child, the price increases. So what Beyonce say? I don't argue with y'all. I just raise my prices. So the price is going up because of the sacrifices that I have made here in this industry, learning what needs to be learned and bringing you the meat. I'm vegetarian, which is ironic, but I know y'all some carnivores. Y'all try to eat healthy, but here goes some meat to chew on professionally, if you will. I'll give you a little side of vegetation, but I'm just saying. I have learned the hard way so you don't have to, and I'm adding it to my training free of charge. It's an absolute no-brainer to come work with me. I teach you how to write your first book, how to get your first speaking engagement, how to be a better storyteller on screen, off screen, all the things. I got to go back through all the programs that I just have thrown into our certification as a bonus, as a thank you when you sign up to come train with me. So our price, even the new price, is a drop in the bucket compared to what it would be to get all this training from me separately. And so I was telling a coaching colleague earlier yesterday that I have now combined all of my trainings into one because it makes sense. Because I was getting a lot of calls to my home office saying, Dr. AJ Austin, you got so many trainings out there. Where do I start? Child, let me make it easy for you. You're going to start with our one-day Black woman Christian life coach certification training, and all the other trainings come for free. How does that sound? Now, does that sound like a much better opportunity to learn and grow and have a blueprint mapped out for you for what to do next? Because that's another bonus that's not in here. Many people go and learn about what it's like to become a coach. You may even get the cheap certifications, but you don't know what comes next. I have mapped this out, and the women who have invested in this training with me love it. One of our first coaches, Coach Andrea Stone, in the new year, has made her first $3,000 in her first 2 weeks as a newly certified Black woman Christian certified life coach. That's just one story. We have so many. We have reality TV stars. Told y'all we have a judge. We have another documentarian in the group who inspired me. You know, I'm just our most recent one. Are you going to come next and be another success story with us? Because we are in this thing together, walking heavy, as Coach V, one of our certified coaches, say. We walk different because we are women of God. We know we are covered in the blood of the Lamb of God. We are anointed. We are called. We are chosen for such a time as this. And so when you can check off these 10 things on your list, listen, I know who I'm called to coach. I know how much I charge. I'm giving people an opportunity to buy from me. I'm serving at my highest level. It's repeatable. It's easy for me. It makes it easier for you to show up and do greater things for the next generation of coaches that's coming behind you. You become a mentor. And I'm so excited to share that opportunity with you. So head over to www.futurebblacklifecoaches.com. Join us there. That is our VIP, complimentary, at the time of this recording, membership, where you can come and learn from opportunities like this. See some behind the scenes that I share through my journey as a master life coach certification trainer. Hear from some of our other certified life coaches. Find out about upcoming training opportunities. Come hang out with us with our 5-day masterclasses coming up. Come see the documentary. Ask me some questions. I'm sharing coming up 10 reasons why I did this documentary film. Even though it took so much for me to do, it took a lot out of me. It helped create a newer, higher version of me. I'm answering those questions for you over in our group over at futurebblacklifecoaches.com. Ooh, I have said a lot. I have been on here longer than I have in a while. I did it, y'all. You can do it too. Welcome back, girl. Welcome back for the first time, girl. If you are new here, again, I'm Dr. AJ Austin. If you're here and you're live, throw a question in the comments. I'll scroll really quickly to see if I see any. If not, if you're watching or listening to the replay, put a question in the comment wherever you see that option available. Tag me so I know you're there. Sometimes I get the notifications. But if you have a question about anything that I shared about these 10 reasons most new life coaches fail within their first year, girl, ask me. Because I've been in the industry since 2013. And here we are almost a decade later. And you know I've seen some stuff, especially as a trainer. I know all the tea, hunty. So I bring it to you little by little, sip by sip, as we say. I don't see any questions. So I will just say, well done, Andrieka J. Austin, for jumping on here and chatting with the people. Even if you come back and watch the replay, let me know you watched. Let me know you listened. And until we meet again, my friends, remember, there is someone somewhere. They are waiting on you, future Black woman Christian certified life coaches, to walk in your destiny so they can walk into theirs. Because it's when you let your own light shine. When you just show up and give yourself credit for showing up, even getting back on track, you give other people permission to do the same. And then when you impact one life, whether you're certified or you're becoming certified, you impact generations, child. So head over to futurebblacklifecoaches.com. I will personally meet you there because I'm the one that has to let you in the group, either me or my assistant, but it's easy now, so I do it. We'll get her in when it's more and more and more of you guys. But so far, we're right at 150 plus. We are growing daily. So if you want a sneak peek at the documentary, if you want to join us in the upcoming 5-day masterclass for Future Black Life Coaches, then check out futurebblacklifecoaches.com. And I'll see you there. Again, I'm Dr. AJ Austin, founder of the International Center for Life Coach Training, LLC, home of Black women, Christian, certified life coaches, also known as the Ladies of Legacy. I'll see y'all again soon. Have a great day. God bless. Bye, Future Black Life Coaches.